All right. Well, now we should be good to go. Welcome, everybody. And we have just been streaming for the last 13 minutes without any sound. I do apologize. I had some settings change over my OBS, and I apologize. But we are rolling into qualifying right now. We were working out all the kinks. This is the first night for Top Box Racing, Top Box TV, coming at you here live tonight for the Pro 2 versus Pro 4 clash. And I have in the booth with me James Watson. James, why don't you reintroduce yourself for the people at home?
Yes, sir. I am a Pro 2 light champion and has been. I am super washed up and just here on the broadcast side trying to give you the best commentary I can to help make you guys enjoy, even though it's being off-road truck to me anyway.
We had 13 minutes of great content and nobody heard any of it. Yeah. Let us tell you, folks, that was the best that you're going to hear tonight. We're the first 13 minutes of this broadcast. I think that we have everything working now. If anybody else is able to check out the stream, maybe just let me know in chat if you can hear the trucks, if you can hear everything else that's going on. I'm not seeing my. Let's see here. I'm not sure we can hear the trucks, actually. I can see that we are talking. I apologize, folks. I have taken such a long break, and it has been a while since I've done this. Trying to get everything with the rust knocked off, and it's taken a minute. But we are going to come at you here and do the best that we can for tonight, and I will have everything figured out for next week for sure. We have him out there on the track right now. Nathan Metoxen, fastest in practice. He is right there. He is going to set the top spot for qualifying as well. There we go. All right, I think we have it now. We should be good to go. All right, so we are finishing up qualifying right now. We will be going into the heat races where it will be mixed with both classes here at Wild Horse Pass. So sitting on the top of the spots right now, it is Nathan Metoxen, Corey Skiles. Now Eric Whitner throwing his hat in the ring with a 35.29 over a 35.42 for Nathan Metoxen. Corey Skiles sitting in third with a 35.51. Braden Ward sitting in the fifth spot, 36.6. Now it looks like John Nick's going to take over that fourth spot with a 35.96. Nick's taking a break for a little bit, deciding to come back because Cody was sticking it to him, telling him he needed to get in here. And it looks like he came in sitting fourth on the spot right now. Metoxen and Whitner going to be a close battle there, 35-28 to a 35-29. James, are you familiar with either one of those drivers?
Yeah, I am familiar with both of them. I've come across Nathan over in the AMX series a couple times, and I'm also familiar with Eric Whitner. I believe he is a member of the Nitro Circus team with one Trevor Teal, and well, you're not. If you're a part of that team, you're definitely not a scrub. That's for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. They definitely get down, and I think this is going to be a heated battle tonight here on the shortest track that we come to here in the series, and it's gonna be a battle. Everything's gonna be left on the table. I have a feeling. Clay Erickson out on track right now. New paint scheme for him. I am having problems. It looks like my internet is barely hanging on. So we will hope that we can get through this tonight. This is a little test session. We are making sure that we get all the bugs out to do the first official race with Top Box TV for next week. Figured we would see what we can do here. Definitely looking for sponsors here for the broadcast and as well as the league. If anybody is interested, has a small business, contact Cody Weineke, and he'll definitely be able to get you squared away with that. All right, looks like we should be advancing here any minute from the qualifying session into the heat race. Quite a few drivers out tonight, so looks like there's 17 drivers, it appears. So we've got quite the stack, and I bet about, I think there's 8 or 9 that are going to be in the Pro 2. So it is going to be interesting to see how that comes along.
It'll be a heck of a show. I can't wait.
What's that?
Mic's open. Your background stuff. All right, so here we go. We are advancing from the qualifying, and we will be heading straight into the heat race. Heat race number 1, getting ready to grid. It's going to have Corey Skiles and Nathan Metaxen in the front row, Braden Ward and Damian Bowers, row number 2. Row number 3 is going to be Rogelio Rivas. Sorry if I am butchering your name. I do apologize. Please contact us. Let us know exactly how to pronounce it. And Clay Erickson. Drake Matag and Greg Johnson in row number 4. And your winner of the Pro 2 class from last week, Cameron Mageshik. It's very fitting that we have a nice sports car leading these off-road trucks around an off-road track. We'll make sure we change the pace car out next week, huh? That one, there's not going to be much left of that one, I don't think, when they get done with it. Who's your favorite here, James? What do you think?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like we're going to get a really interesting battle. You know, last week we saw McGishik, Shea Price, Greg Johnson, Nick Wellhouse battling it out in the Pro 2. Pro 4, it can be a bit of a crapshoot. You know, this track is super tight. There's a lot of tight corners. It's very easy to get into someone accidentally, so we could see a lot of rubbing as racing, so you never know when you start to have that creeping.
For sure. I mean, in Pro 4s, my kid, Brady Ward, came in second place last week. He's sitting second row on the inside, so we're going to have to see what he can do. Him and Nathan Metaxen are like kryptonite to each other. They have a gentleman's agreement to keep it clean, and I hope they do. But they are always battling, and they're like earth magnets, so they are always attracted to each other here. So far, so good. Everybody keeping it clean. The battle right now on the track.
Man,
what do we got?
No more.
What happened?
Woo.
Let's go back and take a look at it.
Oh, and someone's getting turned.
We're going to let it clean out here just for a second. We're going to go back and take a look. Let's go back and take a look here as they started coming down into the first turn. The leaders keep it clean. However, in the back, they are pushing and shoving their way through. One car turned around. We're going back live here. Looks like up front hasn't changed. Corey Skiles in second. Corey Skiles out front. Nathan Metaxen in second. Braden Ward third. Rogelio Rivas in fourth. And then it's going to be your first Pro 2 working his way up. Actually, a couple of Pro 2s here battling. You've got Greg Johnson sitting there in 5th overall. Man, he's fast, isn't he?
He really is.
I mean, a Pro 4 with 4-wheel drive, you can get around the track even if you're not very good. You can make your way around the track. In a Pro 2, it is just not possible. Without looping it, I've tried it a million times. I can get around the track, but I'm so dang slow. And these guys are just as competitive as the Pro 4s with the Pro 2s, and they are passing some of the Pro 4s. So that's what makes this series great, is going to be to see the class racing as we get later on in the night. Drake Matag and Greg Johnson battling for position right there. Looks like Metoxin might have had problems. Braden Ward able to get past him. Let's go back and take a look at that real quick. Here it is right here on screen. It didn't do it. What happened here? Let's see. Go back just a little bit here. Not sure. Just looks like Braden got past him. And they are back to green flag racing here. Greg Johnson might be in pit lane, or might have hit the trigger for pit lane because it showed that he made a pit stop. However, he's right out there on track, still battling with Drake Matag. Matag going to pull out in front of him for the first spot in the Pro 2s. Skiles still out front. Braden Ward sitting in that second position, a ways back. Now Metoxin trying to make a move. Back on Braden Ward. He's going to put it into the pylons on the inside.
Oh.
Tough
Man,
break for Metoxin right there. He had one of the faster trucks out on the track right now. I'm sure Braden is super relieved to know that he does not have as much pressure on his back bumper right now.
It's so easy to do that. Like, you don't think, but sometimes you can cut that corner a lot quicker than you're expecting, and you're just cutting in and boom, flip. It's
For
so
sure.
easy to do that here, and also do that at Wild West.
Well, I mean, Nathan Metoxin's been around Pro 4s for a while, and that kid is very fast. And for him to make that mistake, that just shows you that any little thing can get it done, and end your night in the heat race. Now he's going to have to run in the last chance qualifier. So with the win, Corey Skiles, Braden Ward in second, Rogelio Rivas in third. Here comes your Pro 2s, Drake Matag in fourth. Am I pronouncing his name right?
I believe it's my tag.
My tag, all right. Well, we will
wrong.
find out. Greg Johnson in second. In third, oh, that's Damian Bowers. I believe that was a Pro 4 there. We are getting ready for heat race number 2. This is going to have some fast guys in it as well. Man, I tell you what, the league is really starting to pull in some of the names, and it makes for some exciting racing. Heat race number 2 getting gridded up right now. On the pole position is going to be John Nix. In second, outside front row, is going to be Eric Whitner. Row number 2 is going to be Eric Anderson and Steve Harwood. I lost my feed. I'm not sure what's going on. There it is. All right, row number 3 is Brandon Stover and Timothy Messimer. And rounding out the field is going to be Nick Nowak and Nicholas Wellhouse. So I believe that Wellhouse and Nowak will be in the Pro 2s. Is that correct?
Correct.
Did I miss somebody else? Stover's Pro 4. Messimer's going to be Pro 4. We might only have one Pro 2 that made the lineup, and that is going to be Wellhouse. He is no slouch. They're on the back row in the number 18. We're going to ride just focused on him for a minute. Let's see what he can do as the green flag's getting ready to come out. Pace car is off. Heat race number 2 getting ready to start. John Nix going to bring him down to the green flag very slow. Whitner in the Nitro Circus outside row number 1.
Green flag.
There it is. Green flag is out. Nick's going to try and hold on to it going down into the first turn. Let's see as Wellhouse makes his way around the back of all the Pro 4s, running super conservative. He almost put it out of the park there.
Yes, sir.
He's letting all these Pro 4s just beat each other up going into that first turn, though, didn't he? Or the second turn, I take it back.
Yeah, old Tim and Nick, they're wanting to get up into the action, but Wellhouse is like, nope,
Woo!
want no part of this. Nope.
We just lost one. That's the number 29 of John Nix. Your pole sitter went from first to worst there. Now he's going to have to make his way back past Wellhouse. Definitely more, what's the horsepower difference between the Pro 4s and Pro 2s?
That is actually something I do not know off the top of my head.
Gotcha.
Why, it's not like I used to make setups for these trucks or anything. It's not like it's information I should already know off the top of my head. It's fine.
Well, we will let it slide this time. So, John Nix trying to make his way back up. He is going to get past Wellhouse in that Pro 2. Let's see, as we go about midfield, Brandon Stover sitting in the 4th position there in the red, white, black, number 719. Your leader, Eric Whitner, in that Nitro Circus truck. You can see him pulling away. He is trying to put as much distance as he can. Messimer there in the number 101 spray paint special. Got the number plates, just looks like he did that down in pit road right before he rolled out onto the track. Hey, whatever it takes, right? Whitner here
Yes, sir.
in the Nitro Circus truck. Number 17 trying to make a clean pass here. That truck looks awfully good, and he is getting it done at the moment. Next level racing right there. Steve Harwood there in the Arrogant Bastard. Number 83 holding down the 2nd position. Now Brandon Stover taking over the 3rd position from Timothy Messimer. John Nix getting ready to pull up here. He is trying to work his way back up through the field. He started on the pole position. There he is in the gray, number 29. Oh, Messimer's in a Pro 2, huh? Who else is in a Pro 2? Nick Nowak?
Yes. Messimer, Nowak, and Wellhouse.
So Messimer is your leader for the Pro 2 class. They're in the spray paint special, number 101. He is getting it done, mixing it up in the Pro 4s. And not afraid to throw a fender if need be to hold on to what he's got. It is all Eric Whitner right now. He was your winner from last week here in the Pro 4 class and trying to get a repeat here in week number 2. White flag is out on the track. Steve Harwood still holding down that 2nd position there in the number 83. Brandon Stover in 3rd. But look at Messimer and Nix getting together a little bit there over the start-finish line. That there's a big weight difference between the Pro 4s and Pro 2s. And Messimer is not afraid. Look at him. He is holding his own, rips it around the outside there. Not giving it up to Nix very easy, even though they're in different classes. Not a battle for position other than the overall. Impressive, for sure. I think we just saw Wellhouse. Yeah, Wellhouse just caught the inside K-rail. He is now smoking. He is trying to limp that thing around. Haven't talked too much about Nick Nowak right there. He finishes. So it's going to be Whitner in 1st, Harwood 2nd, Stover in 3rd. LCQ getting ready to line up here. Looks like we're going to have 5 trucks hit the track, and they might all be Pro 2 trucks. We are still working on our format, trying to get it all figured out so that we can have all of the different classes starting together and have iRacing recognize that we have multiple classes on track. So still working through that, folks, but right now you're going to see some Pro 2 action, and I tell you what, this is going to be a good one here. This is all the faster guys that have a higher I rating have been forced to run Pro 2s here in this series. And I think it's going to be interesting. And you have Nathan Metoxen in the Pro 4. Look at that. He's going to be starting in that row 3, the last truck, the green, white, and black. So he will be four-wheel drive. All the other trucks that you see on track, oh, nope. There's 2 Pro 4s, 3 Pro 2s, huh? Damian Bowers running a Pro 4 as well.
Yes, so this will be interesting.
This is going to be very interesting with the Pro 4 starting in the back. Technically, they should be, in air quotes, the faster vehicles. So this is going to be an all-out battle here for sure. Who's your pick here? We've got all of the fast Pro 2s in this one.
I'm curious to see what Greg will pull out, but my tag has been pretty fast in that heat race, so we'll see.
Absolutely. Can't count out Mageshik either. He is right there. Oh, they are getting together a little bit. Pro 4's helping to straighten him out. That was nice, guys. Keeping him on track and rocking and rolling here. Pro 2's out front. Oh, yikes. That's the 253. That was your leader from last week. Cameron Mageshik getting the spin around. Not sure what the officials are going to say about that one with Damian Bowers. It looked like he might have made some contact there. My tag still out front. Johnson in second. Now Johnson looking to make a move here.
Whoa. That didn't work, but that looks slick.
He definitely had the run going into that corner, though, didn't he?
He did.
Almost biked it.
New paint scheme there for Greg. Brand new Team Watson Racing baseline scheme he's got all over that
Team Watson Racing, and what's your last name?
Watson.
Wow.
There isn't a coincidence.
No, couldn't be.
Oh, with the
Yikes!
slider.
Look at this.
What a slide job.
Now it'll be interesting to see how Metoxen works his way up through these Pro 2s. He's definitely a little bit faster here. So we will have to keep an eye on that. Hopefully he doesn't get into him too hard. He looks like Metoxen's kind of letting him battle it out, looking for his position to take over. Woo! These Pro 2s are throwing down. Look at Johnson all the way on the inside. What? He was all the way down on the inside running through the advertisements. Yikes.
Man. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
I don't think Magishik was expecting Greg to be there. That's an interesting line that Cameron was taking off a corner exit.
Was that Mageshik or Metoxen? That was Metoxen.
Looks
like, yeah.
You're right.
Yep. So that is the difference between the Pro 2s and Pro 4s. Pro 2s really struggle to get through and keep corner speed, where the Pro 4s definitely can gain on him there. And that is going to take Johnson back to that 4th position overall. Still out front right now, surprisingly enough, a Pro 2 with Drake Mytag out front, and he is getting it done at the moment. Damian Bowers and Nathan Metoxen battling right there for the 2nd position overall and the lead for the Pro 4s. Well, I tell you what, it keeps you on your toes trying to figure out and remember which class all of these drivers are running. The trucks look similar at first glance.
Yeah, thankfully you can see the subtle differences in the body styling.
New leader. Oh! Metoxen said, here is a right rear. Bowers, hope you like that. So he is going to be the new leader for the Pro 4s. And 2nd overall. That is going to...
These trucks are weird. Like, if you make side contact, like with the right rear near the left rear of the truck on the outside. If you hit it just right, it just sends the other truck into an instant barrel roll. It's like a weird little netcode glitch. That's something you really have to keep in mind when you're running these things.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is expected between a Pro 4 and a Pro 2 because there is quite a difference between the weight and just the physics that they have in the simulation. However, even the Pro 4s, as you can see there, it wasn't a super hard hit, but it definitely took him out for sure. Greg Johnson now trying to recover here in the number 150 Watson Racing Machine. He is sitting third overall, second in class. Checkered flag out for Drake Mytag with the win. Nathan Metoxen going to win the Pro 4s right there in the number 19. Greg Johnson coming home second in class, third overall for the Pro 2s. And Damian Bowers right there in the 256 struggling to keep it on track. Second LCQ getting ready to roll out here. All right, so here we go. Starting on the pole position for the second LCQ is going to be John Nix in the number 29 Top Box Racing entry. Timothy Messimer in the 101 Spray Paint Special. That is going to be your first Pro 2. Row number 2 is going to be Nicholas Wellhouse there in the Black Magic number 18 and Nick Nowak. Nowak there in the other red, white, black two-wheel drive machine. And then rounding out the field is going to be Eric Anderson in a Pro 4. So he is going to be able to try and catch up with John Nix. Let's see if he can work his way up through. The Pro 2s are not going to let that go easily, though.
Green, green, green.
All right, so green flag is out. Messimer up front right now in the Spray Paint Special number 101 Premier. Two-wheel drive machine. Look at him go in the Pro 2. Getting it done, holding off John Nix. Nix coming in. Checks up, though. Doesn't want to take out the Pro 2. Woo! Looks like
Whoa.
Monster Jam out there. Now Nick's going to go ahead and get by. He made that as clean as he could, I think. And the Pro 2s are just a hornet's nest right behind him. So it looks like my might be lagging here a little bit. As far as the... There it goes. All right, so out front right now, still John Nix in the number 29 machine. Timothy Messimer in that second position. Nicholas Wellhouse sitting in third. Black Magic Machine. Now he's going to try and rush in on Messimer. My SDK is really lagging back behind us, which is weird, but it is what it is. That's why we have the bugs working out this week. We got to knock the dust off, right, James?
Yes, sir.
Sometimes that's what it takes. Clay Erickson now out on track. It looks like he might have joined the race here late. Nope, not showing him on track. John Nix is your leader overall, and for Pro 4s right there in the number 29 machine. from Top Box Racing. And Messimer, let's see what we got here. Messimer and Wellhouse racing. That's about the closest battle. There's Messimer and Wellhouse struggling to get over the whoops there. It looks like he had a little bit of a problem, which dropped him back. So 36.57 right now for John Nix. I cannot get my SDK to reset, so I apologize, folks, for what you're seeing on screen. We are calling it out as we see it. John Nix is your leader right there in the number 29. This is the last chance qualifier to get into the big show. Messimer in that second position in the number 101. And Wellhouse in third. Now they're running up on Eric Anderson, so this is a lapped vehicle for Pro4s as the white flag comes out. John Nix having one hell of a comeback as he was taking a break for a while, decided to get back out here. And what a way to do it. He is winning your last chance qualifier at the moment in that number 29. Coming across for the checkered flag. There it is, your winner in that LCQ, getting ready for the main event. Timothy Messimer coming home in second. In third is going to be Nicholas Wellhouse. Fourth is Nick Nowak. And Eric Anderson rounding out the field. Clay Erickson and No-Show. Going to get some warm-up here. Hopefully we can take some of this and I can get my broadcast software to restart. Sorry about that, folks. A little bit of a technical difficulty. So while we're warming up, what things are going to be looked for as we make our way through this race? It is a 12-lap race with a competition caution, I believe, on lap number 6. Is that correct, James?
I believe the competition caution is going to be at lap 9. This is a 18-lap feature.
Oh, 18 laps. That's right, because it's a smaller track. We did add some laps there. All right, looks like our broadcast software is back up and running, so that is a good thing. We're going to give these guys a few minutes to break the track, and out on track right now, top of the board is Nathan Metoxen with a 36.48, a 36.52 for Braden Ward. And Eric Whitner sitting in third with the 36.77. Who do you think we're going to keep an eye on tonight?
I think Corey Skiles, he's had a really fast truck tonight. He's been up front a lot in the heat. I think he's going to be the one to watch for Pro 4. For Pro 2, my tag has been really quick this evening, and he's got a nice little gap with the Pro 4s in between him, so that might help him keep some space onto the other Pro 2s, although with the competition caution that might not matter.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be interesting. I was actually surprised to see how many of the Pro 2s were able to get into the mix with the Pro 4s. It's gonna be interesting because it is definitely a lot more of a challenge to get around this track in a Pro 2. But with it being such a small track, they're almost competitive for the overall, and I think that's going to keep it interesting. And hopefully the Pro 4s remember who they're racing against. When they look around at the other trucks, they can't go door to door with the Pro 2s as easily as they can Pro 4 to Pro 4. So I think that's going to be the trick for the Pro 2s, is to navigate around the track and make their way up through the Pro 4s without getting taken out. So
Yeah, that's gonna be difficult though, trying to figure out who you're racing, cause like you're all discombobulated, you're bouncing, you're shaking, you're all over the place. You have no idea where you are, who's near you, what day it is. It's just all chaos
Right?
around this place.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we have about 2 minutes left here in warm up. Looks like they might be getting ready to call it off here and send out the main in just a moment. What other things do you have going on? Anything you want to promote? Anything that you are looking to get out to the field?
Well, there's a nice little entity I'm involved with, a nice little place called Team Watson Racing Setups, where you can get some of the best off-road truck setups, as well as some of the other setups of note, such as NASCAR Next Gen. If you're interested in any of that, use code WATSPIN39 for 10% off at checkout.
You should definitely put that down in the chat for YouTube as well, so that people can go grab that. I mean, you have setups for all kinds of different cars, not just the pro trucks like you had mentioned. You said NASCAR. You had some other ones too, didn't you?
Yes, sir. We are one of the top NASCAR shops in general. We've also won multiple championships in the Indy Pro 2000. Got one of the best programs in that car. Got a budding setup going for the Toyota 86 in the production car challenge.
Heck yeah. I mean, that's awesome. It's definitely, I've run a few of the setups. I haven't run any of them lately, but I tell you what, the ones that I did, you guys should definitely go check him out. He's got a promo code. It doesn't cost that much. You can go grab yourself a setup, get out here, get competitive. Hopefully we can build this up even more. I mean, how many drivers do you have in here? You have Greg Johnson. Who else is on your team that they can kind of check out and keep an eye on to see what you have going on?
Depends on if you want to list our league owner as a driver.
Well, he's not running tonight, but they can definitely check out Greg Johnson.
He's listed on the results. He's disqualified, but he's still listed.
For sure. I am trying to get anything to pop up, and I am having one heck of a time getting our ticker to work here. I am not sure what is going on. So, here we go. Starting on the pole position, it's going to be Corey Skiles and Eric Whitner, row number 1. Row number 2 is going to be Braden Ward, Steve Harwood. Row number 3 is going to be Brandon Stover and Rogelio Rivas. Row number 4, Drake Matag and John Nix. Row number 5, Nathan Matoxen and Timothy Messimer. Greg Johnson and Nicholas Wellhouse in row 6. Row 7, Damian Bowers and Nick Nowak. Row 8 is going to be Eric Anderson, and that is the trucks that have made the show. Cameron Majestic, your leader from last week in the Pro 2s, a no-show. Not sure what happened there. That is unfortunate for sure, because I was looking to see him throw it in for the second week. Getting ready to go. Green flag racing here. Corey Skiles bringing him down to the green flag. Going to try and get an early lead out here.
Someone is
Oh my gosh. I think that was Nix. That might have been Rogelio Rivas.
They're crashing. Oh boy. Oh, that's a lot of contact.
Yikers. So, new leader right now. Your leader in the Pro 4s is Eric Whitner. Corey Skiles in that second position. Braden Ward in the blue, white, and gray right there in third. Then it goes back to Nathan Metoxen trying to chase him down. We have still got the Pro 2s all over the place. Look at this. Oh, man. What a hornet's nest right there, huh? Greg Johnson, Nick Nowak. You've got Wellhouse right in front of Johnson. Harwood, Messimer, yikes. I tell you what. So, out front still, we're flashing back up to the lead here. It is Eric Whitner in that number 17 Nitro Circus truck. Corey Skiles sitting in second. Braden Ward now battling with Nathan Metoxen. Metoxen going to work on the inside, pulls back up behind Braden Ward. It's going to be a drag race down the back. This should be interesting as they come into one of the hardest corners here on the track. Metoxen going to try and get his nose in. He does. Clean contact pass for third place. They get together a little bit off the exit of the jump. Flashing back right there. There's some Pro 2 action right there. Drake Matag in that 518 working on the inside. Gets into Brandon Stover in a Pro 4 a little bit.
Great side-by-side racing.
Yeah, look at that. Pro 4 versus Pro 2. And Stover. Oh! Stover going to help him turn it in a little bit, huh? Whew. Hey, but it worked out. It worked out. And, Matag able to hold on to it. Right behind him is Timothy Messimer right there in the 101. We were making fun of his paint earlier, but he is getting it done right now. Sitting second overall for the Pro 2 class. Greg Johnson now trying to work his way back up. Taking an interesting line through the whoops. Missing most of that. Keeping his truck more settled in. He is definitely on a run right now, trying to make a push forward. Wellhouse back there battling with Steve Harwood. Harwood in a Pro 4, Wellhouse in the Pro 2. Let's flash back up front here. We still have Eric Whitner. Man, I tell you what, he is just pulling away once again here in Pro 4s. Yeah, not too familiar with him, but I know he won last week, and he is trying for a repeat this week, and he's looking pretty convincing right now.
Yeah, he's putting a hurt on them. Like 3 seconds, 6 laps around Wild Horse. That is a huge gap. It's, you're a lot closer in times on average, so to get that much of a lead, that is a huge just slap in the face to the field.
Definitely impressive, though. Not taking anything away from him. He is working his tail off out there and getting it done right now. Skiles now feeling a little bit of pressure from Nathan Metoxen. Skiles sitting in that second position. Metoxen gets a little bit of a rough exit to that last corner. He is now trying to make a run in on Skiles. Can't get to him yet. That is probably the closest battle on the track in the Pro 4 division. It is going to be interesting. We should be coming up on halfway here fairly soon. Whitner flashing out once again to him, and we'll go back to Pro 2. Let's check in with the Pro 2 boys and see what we got going on. Drake Matag and Timothy Messimer battling there for the lead in the Pro 2 class. I mean, they're sitting 6th and 7th overall out of 16 trucks.
Oh, a whole lot of argy-bargy right there.
Yeah, there was. Damian Bowers getting into him just a little bit. All trucks are going still. Greg Johnson trying to make his push forward. He's definitely catching up to where he was before. All right, so we have hit the slowdown. As you can see, the competition caution is out right now. So over in the YouTube chat, they're saying, move that Eric guy to a Pro 2.
Yeah, he is
Whitner
putting a
is,
serious hurting on the field.
yeah, and that might be something to be looked at as he is just decimating the field of some talent. I mean, there are some big names that have come out tonight, and Whitner is just getting it done. So right now we are on the competition caution. As you can see, everybody has stopped here on the back straightaway. We're going to get them all bunched back up, ready to rock and roll, and we're going to let her rip, Tater Chip, in just a minute. You have Whitner out front, Skiles sitting in second, Nathan Metoxen in third. Fourth is going to be Braden Ward. Fifth is Brandon Stover. Field starting to move. As you'll see, they're going to start to get lined back up and ready to go. I do believe this will be a single file start, will it not? I believe they'll be starting single file. As we get ready to take the green flag here, they're letting the number 83 catch up here. That's Steve Harwood trying to get his lap back. Whitner going to bring him back down to green flag racing here in just a quick second. You're watching Top Box TV on Pushing the Cushion Productions. Here we go. Green flag is back out. Whitner takes to the lead once again. Skiles trying to reel him in. Now Metoxen and Braden Ward all right there, ready to battle. Ward working on Metoxen while Metoxen is working on Skiles. Now Brandon Stover trying to throw his name in the hat right here. As you can see, red, white, black. Brandon Stover, that's also Pro 4. He's trying to catch up with the top 4 for the Pro 4s. Trying to make his way onto the podium. He is sitting just outside right now. Metoxen with that tough break in the heat race. Let's hope that he can keep all 4 wheels halfway on the track for the rest of the race here, as he is sitting in third, last place for the podium.
A lot more strung out, a little more strung out than I was expecting this race to be after the competition caution.
For
okay,
sure.
Now,
there it is. We'll flash back to the Pro 2s and give those guys some airtime right now. Ooh, did you see that? That was almost bad. Messimer and Matag getting together just a little bit over the start-finish line. That is just a hornet's nest of Pro 2 racing right there. Messimer working on the outside. Oh, Matag giving him a little bump and run. They are getting together. This is not going to be good.
This is going to end well.
Wow. How did they keep that going? Oh, it's still not done. It's not done.
No.
Nope. Wow. These Pro 2s letting it all hang out there.
Oh my God.
Yikes. They are keeping it going. Let's check back in on the leader here. Eric Whitner in the number 17 out front. Corey Skiles still holding down that second position. Now Metoxen, he's still right there trying to get into that second position, working on him. And Braden Ward sitting just outside of the podium. He had a second place finish last week. So 2 cars in between first and second from last week. And those 2 cars are Skiles and Metoxen. Skiles definitely having to play a little defense there. As Metoxen's starting to get racy, he's getting wound up as these laps are winding down. That's going to be good. I do think that this battle right here is going to be good as well. We're flashing back to the Pro 2s.
Oh.
Man, Messimer and Matag just getting after it. They are racing each other hard, but it looks like they're racing each other pretty fair for what these Pro 2s are, right? Have you seen anything that looked out of the ordinary to you? Yikes. Right behind him getting a little... Whoa, we got a truck around.
someone
Greg
got turned.
Johnson.
Oh, that's Greg.
Johnson with a couple victory donuts mid-race. Greg, you got to save those for when you win, bud. He's trying to make his way back up. Looks like he is kind of on the struggle bus tonight. Gotten worked over by some other trucks, I think, and he is just trying to get battling up. There's Wellhouse in the number 18. Wellhouse battling with Nick Nowak right in front of him. Another little battle in the Pro 2 class. Oh, we got another truck around. Oh, man. That was Matag. So Matag getting spun around.
The race leader. Oh, that's
Oh,
heartbreaking.
man. So now Messimer up front for the Pro 2 class. Oh, this one's interesting to say the least. We have a lot of things happening on track. Don't even know where to focus, but we're trying to get it happening. Whitner still out front. White flag is out for Eric Whitner. Nathan Matoxen taking over that second position from Corey Skiles. We missed that pass, but Matoxen trying to get it done there. Braden Ward still sitting in that fourth position, looking for a podium for the second week. I don't think he's going to get it done. Brandon Stover sitting in fifth right now. Your leader coming around the final turn for the Pro 4 class. Second week in a row with a gap of 3.8 seconds. Can you believe that? That is insane. Nathan Matoxen taking home second. Corey Skiles in third. Braden Ward fourth. Brandon Stover fifth. Eric Anderson in sixth. John Nix seventh. Timothy Messimer, the first truck for Pro 2s. He is the winner right there. Nicholas Wellhouse going to come home in second. Drake Matag, the leader for the Pro 2s for most of the race, coming home in that third position for Pro 2s, 10th overall. We're going to get these guys lined up and hopefully be able to pull some guys in for a driver interview. Let's see how many of them listen to my driver's meeting before the race. What do you think, James? I'm going to give these guys just a quick second here. Pro 4s are getting all lined up. All right, so we do have some folks jumping in here for the Pro 4s. And we are going to start in the third position. Coming home in the third position tonight in the Pro 4 Pro 2 clash here for Top Box TV, Corey Skiles. Man, how was that race, huh?
It was fun. It was a blast, man.
I tell you what, this tight little track, and you guys were just throwing down lap after lap after lap. You were holding down second position for the longest time, holding off Matoxen, and he got past you. What happened there? What caused that?
I missed a shift going over that rhythm section, and you saw it in the race, the replay. My rear end bumped up and nearly rolled it. So lucky I salvaged that.
For sure. Well, I mean, we're totally glad you came out, and coming home in third position, you definitely had to work your ass off out there. And who would you like to thank who helped get you out here this week?
Premier Racing, their setups, they helped me out quite a bit. The whole week, just practicing Tim, Jesse, all those guys, really pays off in the end. Also, Crimson Fluid Arts, we do our wraps, and my wife for watching the kids. So I always got a shout out to her.
There you go, man. Well, I tell you what, it was awesome watching you battle out there tonight. And will you be around for week 3?
Yes, sir. I'll be here.
Absolutely. Well, you just got to do a little bit better than third, right? Win next week.
Exactly.
There we go. Well, hey, Corey Skiles, It was awesome watching you and coming home in third place tonight. And man, it was like I said, it was great watching you. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, coming home in the second position, Nathan Matoxin coming home second tonight. Man, I tell you what'd you think of that one?
I don't know. It was a big mix of emotions. Just, it was fun being able to race each other clean. Like me, Corey, and Braden, we were all racing each other clean, which is a lot of fun. It's just trying to get around those Pro2s when you're coming from the middle of the field.
For sure, and there in the heat race, you had caught that inside line, and it had rolled you over, put you back in the LCQ, which kind of hurt your chances, at a good starting position. But man, you worked your way up through there, and I was wondering if you were going to get into that second position. It looked like you were driving the damn wheels off that truck, but you got it done.
Yeah, heat race just went horrible for me. I was able to stay behind Corey, but then I made the mistake of going inside, rolled, got in third, and then I rolled again. And that time I had to stay upside down, so I had to go to the pit. I mean, LCQ, just had to work my way from the back, got into second. Almost could have got to first if I didn't get caught up or got loose or anything. But then I knew that getting into the feature, just getting up there is going to be the hardest part. And it was, I don't know, like how many laps it took me just to get up in the fresh, clean air to get away from all that chaos.
Yeah, but I mean, you waited for the right moment to strike. You were definitely within striking position the whole time, sitting there in that third position, and when it came, you took it, and it was clean and it was great, and it was awesome watching that battle. I mean, nobody had anything for Whitner tonight, but you guys put on one hell of a show for the second position for sure. Sometimes that's what it is.
Yeah, it's a lot. When you're racing up with those guys, you really can't just hang back the whole race or anything. I'm not saying you should take the guy out. I'm just saying, hey, if you just be a little bit patient and you just take your time and then you just right when he makes that mistake, because I thought I would have to give him a bump or something just to get past, because my goal was just trying to catch up the winner, but at that point now it was just settling for second, and it was hard.
Yeah, I mean, who would you like to thank? Who helped get you out here and get you into the second place tonight?
Oh, I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting this league. It was a very fun night. Mesmermere Photography, Justin Trim Lawn Service, General Tire, and all iRacing, and everybody else that came and helped put on a show and helped me get fast.
Well, there you go, man. Well, we'll see you next week, and hopefully you'll be bringing the heat, right?
Yes, I will.
Fantastic. That's Nathan Matoxin. I am pronouncing it right, correct?
Yep.
All right, Nathan Matoxin coming home in the second position tonight here for Top Box TV. And with the overall win in the Pro 4 class, Eric Whitner does it once again. That is 2 in a row. How was that one tonight?
It was a challenge for me just because I'm not used to worn-in tracks yet. I primarily drive dirt oval, just trying to learn Pro 4s, learn dirt road. It's a lot of fun, and I'm trying to challenge myself running worn-in tracks and learn to race around people. So.
That's scary, guys. He's not used to running pro trucks yet, and he just made the field look like they were in low gear when he was in high gear. You were out on a Sunday stroll out there, checked out. You finished 3 seconds ahead of second place.
Yeah, I think Matoxin would have given me a run for my money towards the end. Just like I said, not used to running when there's that much blue groove on the track, and truck just trying to handle it when it gets pushing tight real bad. So.
Well, you did one hell of a job for sure. That is 2 in a row now. Man, that's super impressive. Glad to have you on board here with Top Box TV. Who would you like to thank? Who helped get you out here tonight?
Yeah, man. Thanks to you guys for putting broadcast on and the league. It's a fun time, good place to learn. And can't thank all the guys at Nitro Circus Next Level Racing enough. They're the ones who've been helping me out since I got into dirt road, and I've been making leaps and bounds ever since.
Well, we're super glad you're here with us, and we will see you next week for sure.
All right, thank you.
Eric Whitner with 2 in a row for the Pro 4 class. Now flashing down to the Pro 2s. Third place was Drake Matag. However, it doesn't look like Matag was able to make it into victory circle tonight. So we're going to go right to second place. Nicholas Wellhouse in the Black Magic number 18. How was that tonight?
Oh, it was interesting, wasn't it? I had a pretty good run though. Just mainly tried to keep my nose clean, although the truck don't look like it very much.
I mean, I see some scrapes. I'm not going to lie. But
We
you
tried
kept
our
it rubber
best.
side down, so that's good, right?
Yeah, that's a big thing here. It's pretty easy to berms are pretty gnarly on the inside there, and it's easy to flip.
So, as a Pro 2 driver and having the Pro 4s out there on the track at the same time, all together, what goes through your mind? Because, you know, James and I were kind of trying to explain it to the people that are watching at home what's going on, but you are at a severe disadvantage having a two-wheel drive vehicle against Pro 4s, and what's that like when you come up on one or when they're coming up on you? Do you think about that?
Yeah, for sure. We don't, in a Pro 2, you just don't have that drive and dig off the corner like the Pro 4s do. So you just kind of have to make sure that you leave them that line. You're not really racing them. You know what I mean? You are, but you're not.
Right.
But yeah, you just want to try and keep your line and theirs both clean so you could get out of that corner as cleanly as you can, but with the most speed.
For sure. Well, I mean, you got it done in second place tonight, 9th overall. So you definitely finished ahead of some of the Pro 4s. Who helped get you out here tonight? Who helped make this all happen for you?
Team Rogue, appreciate all the work that they do with us and me and everything. You guys for putting this on. This is fun, good time. We're getting broadcast time. That's awesome. And my wife for supporting me through all this and making it fun.
There you go. Well, you know, I mean, I think it's super important to get this community broadcast because there's a lot of guys that are out there that dump a lot of time and energy and passion when they're out on the track, and it's time to showcase them. You know, there's only a few broadcasts for Pro 4 and Pro Trucks, and you know, as it goes. So we're going to be one of them, right?
100%, man. More the merrier. These things are an absolute blast to drive, and they're so much fun. Even though it looks gnarly, but it's a riot.
Absolutely. Well, we are totally glad that you were able to make it out tonight. Will you be running the full season with us?
I'll try and make as many weeks as I can. Work gets in the way of that here and there, but if I'm off, I'll be here.
There you go, man. Well, we will be looking forward to looking for you next week. So good luck.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. Nicholas Wellhouse coming home in second in the Pro 2 class tonight. And your Pro 2 winner in the Spray Paint Special number 101. Timothy, pronounce your last name for me, please.
It's Meesemer.
Meesemer. I definitely would have butchered it as I have all night. Man, I tell you what, that was one hell of a race. You guys were out there battling amongst the Pro 4s. How did it go for you tonight?
I mean, start of the race went pretty perfect. Just stayed cool, try to catch up to Drake. Drake, got a really good run in his C main, so instead of starting back there with me, he was able to start 6th or 7th. The Pro 4s wasn't really as big of a thing as I thought they would be. Most of them was actually very clean, very respective on braking points, and even though they had more speed, they would give you a little bit of a buffer, so that way if you got a little sideways, they wasn't gonna kill you.
Yeah, it did look like, we had kind of talked about that all night, that you guys were at a disadvantage, but any contact that was made, it didn't look too intentional. I mean, I didn't see any Pro 4s just driving through a Pro 2. I mean, maybe if we asked Greg Johnson, he might have a differing opinion. He got the short end of the stick there a couple of times. It looked like just getting caught up, but yeah, man, this is awesome. What do you think of the series so far with the skill gap and the Pro 2s running, with the higher I rating against the Pro 4s with a lower I rating?
It's definitely fun. Having not only to worry about your position on track in a Pro 2 and who's behind you in front of you in the same class, but being able to navigate both getting passed by Pro 4s and, avoiding wrecks and other stuff with the Pro 4s, it adds a whole other element that you don't get in most leagues when it comes to just pure driving skill needed to be able to wheel a Pro 2 around, especially at a track that is one of the roughest and most nose to the grindstone tracks on the sim. So definitely, I will be back. I don't know if I'll be back next week, but I will be back at least once or two more times just to have fun. And Cody, he put on one heck of a league, and he's got one heck of an admin group behind him. And I'm just happy to see where this goes.
For sure. Well, we keep trying to build it and make it better each and every week, and this was kind of a dry run for us, getting a few of the little bugs worked out, and we're going to keep on bringing the heat and try and make this into something big. So we're glad that you were part of it and that you were able to come out and support us, and we are supporting you. So who would you like to thank? Who helped get you out here for the win?
I mean, there's a lot of people behind it, from everybody that helped me get into the dirt road community. Jesse Isidore put one heck of a setup underneath me tonight. I came in here with no practice laps under my belt. Been sick all week, and his sets, once I got my foot underneath me, they were fast, just about the fastest Pro 2 sets out there. And a lot of it comes down to just being able to sit and watch races. The esports community has really built iRacing and a lot of other sims up to where you don't have to be on track to learn. So pretty much just everybody behind me, everybody over at Exiled, them boys spend probably way too much time helping me get faster. And everybody here, has made this a very fun league. Definitely one of the less frustrating leagues to run, even with it being multi-class. So just everybody that's involved here, everybody that's involved in my personal program, just phenomenal. Everybody's just phenomenal with me.
Well, we are super glad that you were able to make it out tonight. No, you definitely have a busy schedule, and we look forward to seeing you again and out there battling amongst the chaos, right? I mean, it is kind of chaotic out there with the
fun,
fours
man.
and the twos, but I think at the end of the night, I'm glad to hear it sounds like an overall good experience for most drivers that were on the track. And, we're glad that we could bring it for you, and we were glad that you were here. So hopefully we will see you next week. If not, we'll see you soon, huh?
So I'll be back. I don't know when, but I will be back.
There you go. Timothy, say it again. Miesemer. I got it. I had it. Timothy Miesemer with the win for the Pro 2 class, coming home in the 8th position tonight. And that is going to do it for us. What do you think, James? What are you going to leave us with?
Oh man, just that was kind of the best you could see from the off-road community. A lot of good hard racing, some archie-bargy, nothing too excessive. Honestly, we've all have seen worse at different times, but yeah, it was a great race, great action from top to bottom. Just you can't ask for much more.
For sure. Cody, you were back in the booth. Where do we go next week?
Sorry, you caught me off guard right now.
I know, that's why I did it. James, where do we go next week?
Yes, sir. We are going to the wonderful.
Yeah, perfect.
Crandon Long. Sorry, it took a long
Holy
time for this to come up.
cow! The mother of all off-road tracks, Crandon. That is going to be one hell of a show there. I'm
Yes,
looking forward to
sir.
that. That is my favorite. Watching that start, there's nothing else like it in this community on the sim. That is the cat's meow. So that is definitely going to be one hell of a show next week. Make sure that you tune in. We will have the bugs worked out. I think we've got them done now. Hopefully it goes off without a hitch for next week. Cody, what do you want to say on the way out the door?
Oh, it was a lot of drama, but everyone was nice to each other, trying to be, because both these trucks have 900 horsepower, but it's very hard to control the Pro 2 compared to Pro 4 because they have four-wheel drive. So it makes everyone have a challenge.
Well, it sounds like overall most of the racers definitely enjoyed it and had a great time. We are glad and thankful for everybody that tuned in, and we will be right back here next week doing it all over again from Crandon. That's going to be Top Box TV signing off. I am Dave Ward, James Watson. Tell them goodbye.
Peace out, everybody.
There you go. All right. We'll see you next week, folks.